Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this week's video, I'm going to show you how to make the Theremin style sound that you hear at the start of the Portishead track Mysterons on the SH-101, and it sounds like this. Now, full disclosure, I didn't actually play that sound from the 101 because I super suck at playing the bender wheel, if you will, on the 101 to be the correct notes every time. I tried a ton of times and it didn't work. What you heard was a sample instrument that I made from the 101, and you can grab a copy of that for free, and the link is down below in the comment section. But let's make the sound so then you guys know how to make it, and you can learn something with the envelopes and using the filter to self-oscillate and to kind of get that cool theremin sort of vibe. So let's bring everything down, and we'll just bring up just one oscillator, a little bit of frequency on the filter. And there we go. Super easy, just what you would expect from the 101. Now what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that sound and we're going to build the actual patch. I'm going to bring up the volume a little bit. So let's bring down the filter, bring down the oscillator. So now we just have nothing going on. Let's bring the resonance all the way up to full. Still, you can hear a little click in there, that's about it. We want to bring the envelope up all the way. And you can hear, if I bring the sustain up now, it's kind of adjusting the pitch. But if I play anywhere on the keys, it's all the same across the board. That's why down the road we're going to have to use the bender to control the pitch as it goes. Just a little fun sort of exercise. If we just bring up the attack, the decay, it will give this, and this is how you can make kick drums. One of the ways that you can make kick drums. And again, if you bring out it does the pitch mod on there with the release on there. Take the release off. There you go. So the way that I tried to make it to play was I tuned the sustain, which is obviously the note of the synth, to the lowest key in sort of the sequence. So that's the way that I did it was just an E. So C, D, a little bit off, but good enough for government work. So we got and then using the filter control here, if we go have that set to 0, we have no control, and as I increase this, and then obviously the gap gets bigger with each one. So what I then did was I looked at the highest note in that sort of little progression, it's like a G sharp, and just held it all the way, and then good enough again, and then you can go and play along with it. Oh. And there is my very bad rendition at trying to play that. again, I went and sampled all the notes. So I kind of started and then just did all the whole notes, and you can grab that instrument below. Hopefully you've learned something in this super quick video about using the filter to self-oscillate and then using the envelope to then pitch that. We can make a little kick drum. Super simple there. And yeah, hopefully I've inspired you to create something today. And until next time, see you later. So I wanted to do a little bit of a demonstration of the samples because I sampled out everything and I just didn't want to just put the link and then that's it. So for those that are interested, I can show you what I did and yeah, just show you the process behind sampling and how to put the samples. If you got Logic, it's easy. You just open up the sample instrument, bang, and it's in there. For Ableton, I'll show you that one as well. It's a little bit different, but the sampler in Ableton is really good and it will put in the loop points, get the most out of the instrument. So you can see here, we've just got the audio one, and this is what I went, let me just move this out of the way. This is what I went and sampled, and I just optimize all the samples so they're pretty much even across the board. There's a little bit of difference in between, but like, so if I play the samples now, it's, you can hear, I just went through, like I said in the earlier, I just went through and sampled all of them. So we can mute this now. And then the instrument ended up being like this. And you can see it's mapped it all out to the individual. I just did every whole note, so every white key. And then you can see here in Logic, it's put in these loop points. So if I come along to here and play this sample, and it loops around and you just get that endless. So you don't have to, I honestly have got, it's too much of a sample, but I didn't know, I kind of did, but I was just like, just to be safe, I'll just sample in about 2 bars worth, and that's what it ended up being. But you can, if I wanted to really optimize this patch, I mean, you can see that it's the same all the way through. It's just a sine wave. I could just come in and pretty much just loop it here to here, and then have a little bit of a tail, and then I wouldn't need all of this audio. And you could get a patch that sounds pretty much like the SH-101. If you played them side by side, you wouldn't be able to hear a difference, but the file size would be super small. And that's what you, as a sampler, that's what you kind of want. If you can create super small footprint, but get the same sound, that's the golden ticket right there. So you can see, got all the samples in there. And one thing that I did in Logic is, you can see I've got the LFO1 with a little ramp on there, is I just come along and we'll go LFO1 to pitch. And then if I play a sound now, bring up the keyboard. If I play a sound, so we could bring up that rate. And you can hear as it slowly comes in, and then you get the LFO effect. So if I make it a little more dramatic so you can hear it, and then we just dial it back, and then I put a bit of reverb on there. The other bits that I did was, if you come into details, change it to legato and put some glide time on it. So we can pull this down a little bit. And you get that cool effect. So that's it from Logic. I mean, like I said, you're just going to put the samples in, and because I made the sample In Logic, yeah, it's going to just pop in there super easy. So let's change over to Ableton and I'll show you how to import and then make those changes so you can get the full instrument. So we're back again and we're in Ableton. So let's pull in a sampler. Just drag this over and we can come and we've got our samples here. These are straight out of Logic. We can select them all and then bring them in. Boom. There we go. So now if we come over to the zone, we'll select one. You can see it's put in these loop points for us. So if I was to, so let's find, so here we go. And then the loop points are already put in. And you'll find that that is, let's go. It's done a really good job. So a couple of the little bits and pieces that we want to change. We got the filter envelope here and we want to change the voices to 1. So that's just going to be a mono instrument. So and then the other bit, we want to come over to pitch and we want to change this to glide. And then you'll change the time to kind of suit what you like. So that's a little bit. Let's increase that up to. We could do modulation. We'll go LFO 1 and want that to pitch just a little bit. Increase the rate. And then increase the attack. Maybe increase the rate a bit. And there you go. We can just put a reverb on there and job's done. So hopefully I've covered just a little bit how to put the samples in and stuff like that, just for those who didn't know. And again, as I said before, hopefully I've inspired you to create something today. And until next time, see you later.